Hello world, my name is Tim Ruswick. I am the developer of a game called Philophobia. Maybe you know me from Game Dev Underground, which is my game development community and YouTube channel. Maybe you know me from my Twitch channel, which is live streaming game development 6 days a week. Or maybe you just know me from the game itself. Maybe you've heard of Philophobia in various places on the internet. Either way, I want to tell you about something very, very special to my heart. So if you don't know Philophobia, The Fear of Love releases February 10th, which is 6 days from the day I'm recording this video, just in time for Valentine's Day on the 14th, and this game is super important to me. This game has taken 4 years of my life, and it was inspired by one of the most traumatic events that emotionally I think I've been through. It was a really, really, really rough breakup, and at the time, I felt like love was hell. I didn't understand it. I wanted people to feel the pain that I felt going through those emotions, and that eventually led to me building a game where love is literal hell and all the enemies are hearts. Over the years, it's changed a bit. I have taken on a new understanding of what love is. So the ending and things like that have undergone a series of changes, and the game has gone reworked. If you saw the original trailer, this game was made with cubes and basic shapes, and my art style has evolved over the years. But a lot has changed, and I'm finally ready to release the game. Still got a lot to do, 7 days from launch, not gonna lie. Yeah, I got stuff growing on my face and I can't even deal with it. It's still, but what I'm about to show you is the Founders Edition. This Founders Edition is something everybody told me was a bad idea. I've messaged a bunch of successful developers who I respect, and they say that this is a bad idea, but I believe in doing this because, one, as a little kid, I always wanted a physical edition. I always wanted a collector's edition of my game. It's just something I've always wanted. But two, I think it allows people that resonate with the message of the game and resonate with the game itself to get a little something extra, right? Get a little piece of me and a piece of the game that other people wouldn't normally get. So if you're interested in any of that, just listen up, because you're gonna want to hear all this. So first of all, I want to say any orders of this edition will not ship until the end of March, which is about 6 weeks from now. None of this currently exists. You have to think of this as like a Kickstarter. I am taking orders first and then figuring out manufacturing and all that stuff to push out, because I can't risk ordering a bunch of copies and then not having people buy it or not ordering enough or whatever. But in addition to that, I really want to make sure that people get the best out of their copy. If I sell a whole bunch of copies, the manufacturing on this is going to be even better. We're going to be able to include more stuff and make it cooler, because the more you order, the cheaper you can get the components of the different things. So there's a digital and a physical version of the Founders Edition, and they each come with different stuff. The physical version comes with everything the digital edition does. Let's jump into what specifically they come with. All right, so this is just a mock-up of what the case might look like. This is not final by any means. I think we're going to do a lot crazier art with this. This is just something simple that I threw together for the purposes of this page. But I want to scroll down to right here. So first of all, I want to say, if you order either one of the Founders Editions, the digital or the physical, you get a digital edition via itch day one on launch. Immediately when the game is available, you get to play it. You get a Steam key when it launches on Steam. So it's not going to be on Steam before launch. It's coming to Steam later. You will get a Steam key when it launches. You get the Heartman of the Apocalypse art book. And this is a digital art book. I have hundreds of pieces of art that I've developed over the 4 years, from the bosses to Stuart, the main character, to all of the heart demons. Literally everything in this game is made out of hearts, and I wanted to make a book that showcased a lot of the art and the development and the design process behind specifically the Heartmen, which are the bosses of the game, and the Demons of Misery is kind of what they're called. And I wanted to kind of showcase those, and there's so much art to showcase. I have to go through it all and figure out what to put in, but it's going to be really cool. I don't know how big this is going to be, but it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be worth it. I can promise you that. You're going to get a map of the 6 realms of misery. This game takes place in 6 different realms. Spoilers aside, it goes through the 5 stages of grief, and then there's another one, and then each one of them is designed around emotion that I felt going through my traumatic emotional situation, breakup, and it's also designed in a way through research to hopefully help people deal with their trauma. I tried to design this game in a way that would evoke these emotions and bring these emotions to the forefront, because it's healthy to deal with some of these negative emotions. And the map is specifically how all of this fits into the game world. So there's no map in the actual game, it's just kind of a progression of levels, but the map will show how all of that fits together in the lore of the game and the demonic hearts and all that stuff. You'll get an entire 4-hour gameplay walkthrough with me, the developer, and my commentary. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna record myself playing the game, and I'm literally going to just give commentary on design decisions and why I made things certain ways, and the different things that have changed over the years, and all the crazy stuff that we did and we didn't do. And I say we, what I mean is just me in the stream when I'm streaming my game dev. But there's so much cool stuff that I think is gonna get missed when just people go through the game, and this will be a full video of walkthrough of commentary by myself. So hopefully it's interesting to watch for some people. You're gonna get 6 exclusive levels only accessible by owners of the Founders Edition. Now it's controversial. I'm not trying to be EA here. I'm not trying to be Activision. I'm not trying to say the PS4 people get different stuff than the Xbox people. No, I'm trying to give exclusive content to the people that helped support me early on, that really believed in the game, believe in the story of the game, believe in the mission of the game. And I want you guys to experience a little something extra. And these 6 exclusive levels are going to only be available to Founders Edition people. And you're going to get a special code that you enter in the game, and it'll unlock those levels for you. And these levels will never get released anywhere else. These are 100% for you. You're the only people in the world that will be able to play these levels. And I hope you like them. You're gonna get behind the scenes footage of development. Now this is vague on purpose because I don't know what's actually gonna be in it, but I have been streaming my game dev 6 days a week, 6 hours a day for months, and I have tons of footage, hours and hours and hours of all kinds of footage of me creating certain things or how certain thought processes came up. I also have footage that I filmed doing various things and just talking to the camera about how I felt about certain things. So there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes footage that you'll get in the edition. I don't know what specifically that's going to entail because I just haven't been able to go through it. I'm 6 days from launch still. I gotta work on it, you know. But I promise you that it'll be cool and it'll be entertaining to watch. You will get your name in the final credits of all versions of the game. This is a big one, and it's one of the reasons why you can only get the Founders Edition right up until launch day. 3 hours before launch happens, you can't buy this anymore. It's done. It's over. You no longer buy the Founders Edition after 9 p.m. on February 9th, and the reason is I have to compile a game with everybody's name in it. So your name's going to be in it, and you'll be part of the game forever in all versions of the game, not just the Founders Edition. You will get an exclusive digital thank you video from me, the developer of Philophobia. I don't know what that means to you. You may not care about that at all. You may be like, oh, Tim's awesome, I want a video from him. But either way, I'm going to thank you for doing this, because this is, like I said, this is one of the most important things I think I've ever done. This is the biggest project I've ever attempted in my life. Not just a game project in general. This is the biggest solo project I've ever undertaken, and I want to thank you for being a part of it. You will also get an exclusive role in Skullbox Studios, the developer game-specific server. I run a Discord server for fans of my game and stuff like that. You will get an exclusive role, and everybody will know that you're one of the Founders Edition owners and one of the people that helped kind of make this whole thing possible. So you get to show that off in the Discord. Now that's all the digital edition. Everything I just mentioned is digital, and it gets delivered at the end of March 2019. I'll get to the prices in a second, but I just want to talk about the physical edition first. So the physical edition is hand numbered and signed by myself, which means I'm literally going to be hand assembling these things, hand numbering them and signing them as I ship them out. I want to be super clear that it's not going to be like a construction paper type of thing. I'm not just going to glue a bunch of stuff together. It's not going to be like a craft thing. We're getting legit manufacturers to build actual beautiful versions of this, beautiful physical collector's editions for you. But the actual shipping process is all going to be me. I know it's a lot of work, but I want to make sure that I put this into the biggest project of my life. I want to put that work in. I want to hand number and hand sign this stuff. A lot of you have requested this sort of thing, so I want to make sure you get that. It comes with everything in the Digital Founders Edition, which is everything we just talked about. And it comes with a limited USB drive case with exclusive game art. This looks like a DVD case or a CD case. We don't have the design finalized yet, but when the design is finalized, I will 100% share it with you. It's going to be cool, and it's going to be exclusive and different from everything else you see online, which is going to be interesting. The physical edition of the game also comes on a custom USB drive, and again, I don't know what this is going to look like. I do know it's going to be custom. I wanted to make it a USB drive because 1, I feel like that's more premium. 2, not everybody has disk drives anymore. 3, I think that's cool. I've always wanted to ship on a custom USB drive. I think that's awesome, and it's just something I wanted to do. It comes with the Book of Misery, which is a 66-verse Hell Bible booklet on love. This is something I wrote. It's not entirely written, it's most of the way there, but this was supposed to be in the game early on. It was supposed to be something that you unlock. It's almost like a Hell Bible version of love poems in a way, but they're like super weird and fucked up poems from the perspective of demonic hearts, and it's artistically something I worked on when I had like really deep dark emotions, and I don't feel that way anymore, but I feel like it's a really cool piece of art, and it's a really deep look into my psyche of someone that was damaged and hurt by a relationship. And this will be a physical book. Again, I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but I promise you it'll be epic. And then last but not least, you'll get a physical and personal thank you letter from Philophobia developer Tim Ruswick. I hear that guy is pretty cool. I don't know. But no, but seriously, again, this is the same thing with the thank you videos. Like, I want to write you something that I think is, I want to write you a personal thank you. I'm seriously so excited for this game launch, and if you're going to help me do that by buying the Founders Edition, buying the special edition of the game that's never going to exist again, I want to thank you for that, and I want you to know that I appreciate it. So those are the editions. Most of this stuff is not complete yet. What I'm asking for you, if you're interested in this, is to trust me. I need you to trust me to keep my word and ship you a copy of this at the end of March. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to be, over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be building all of this stuff and putting all this together and talking to manufacturers and all this and shipping the copies out. And I don't think they're going to be done for at least 6 weeks, maybe a little bit more, give or take, but I will 100% be transparent in communication with you and let you know if there are any delays or anything like that. I want you to kind of think of this as a Kickstarter. If you've been around my Twitch streams and my YouTube channel, you know me pretty well. I'm around a lot. If you're just seeing this for the first time, maybe you never heard of this Tim Ruswick guy and you don't trust me, and I understand. I wouldn't expect you to click buy now on a weird website of something crazy that you don't know the do. I just want to be upfront about how it's all going to work, because I can't order this stuff until we have all of the orders in, just to reduce my risk and to make sure that we get the most epic version of whatever this will be shipped out, because the more people that buy it, the cooler we can make it. The digital edition with the itch key, the Steam key, the Harmony of the Apocalypse art book, the map of the 6 realms of misery, an entire 4-hour gameplay video developer with commentary, 6 exclusive levels, behind the scenes footage of development, name and final credits of all versions of the game, exclusive digital thank you video, and exclusive role in the Skullbox Studios Discord. If you want the physical edition, here's where things get creepy. You get everything we just mentioned in the digital edition, plus the hand-numbered and hand-signed physical copy with a limited USB drive case, exclusive game art, physical edition of the game on a custom USB drive, the Book of Misery, the 66-verse Hell Bible, the physical and personal thank you letter from myself. Now, most collector's editions from the AAA world, they range from $150 to $300, right? They come with all kinds of crazy big stuff and crazy figurines and all that stuff, and it's a lot of money, and I didn't want to go that crazy. $150, $300 just seems insane to me. So what I decided to do was make something a little bit smaller, but still packed with cool stuff. So the physical Founders Edition is $66, and you have 6 days to buy it. See what I did there? Love as hell, 666. And then the digital edition is $39, and you still have 6 days to buy it. Either way, both of these are going to go away in 6 days when the game launches on February 10th, and you will never be able to get this stuff ever again. So if this sounds like something you want, you might want to hit the buy button before it's never available again. But even if this doesn't sound like something you want to do, I completely understand. I'm not trying to go all infomercial on you. The game is available on February 10th. You can pick it up there if you just want the regular copy of the game. It's totally cool. I'm still extremely grateful for your support, and I think you'll enjoy the game either way. My name is Tim Ruswick, and thank you so much for watching this. Click the buy now link below if you want to make this happen. And if you do, we'll be in touch.